So in this lesson, I'm going to talk about positioning. A lot of people don't really know what positioning is, so they don't utilize it. But positioning is such a strong feature or framework, whatever you want to call it, in business, that everyone should be using it. Every one of the big businesses that you know and all the successful businesses or entrepreneurs use positioning. It's essential pretty much to succeed and make money online or in business in general. So position, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to use a solid example. I'm then going to show you how you can use positioning in certain skills that you can apply to anything else. I'm going to show you how to find needs. I'm going to differentiate between needs and wants. And then I'm going to show you how to find your audience's problems, position yourself as a savior, and then use memetics to continue it. So let's talk about what position actually is. So in simple terms, I got this from Google, by the way, because it's by far the best definition. Positioning is the place that a brand occupies in the minds of the customers and how it's distinguished from the products of the competitors. Now, how many people have you seen out there with the same offers? Let's use fitness, for example. Millions of people do fat loss coaching, but only some of them get business. Why? Because the way they position themselves. Some position themselves as experts through their qualifications. Some position themselves as senior fat loss experts in terms of targeting old people, and some go down the science-orientated position. The point is, the offer is still the same, lose fat, but the position has to be different for you to stand out to your target market. Let's look at an example. So this is a mug. It's just a simple mug, be correct. The price, $2. Features, ceramic, holds 12 ounces of liquid. It's a mug. You drink out of it, you can buy it probably cheaper elsewhere. You've seen a ton, you've probably got them in your house right now, and you're probably drinking out of them while you're reading this or while you're watching this. Now, a simple mug like this, what else can it offer other than drinking? Nothing. It's a mug. So let's sell it now with some positioning. A new mug. This mug, looking at it, looks different from the previous one. That's because this mug is a luxury, artisan crafted designer mug. Price, $40. Features, it's handcrafted by artisans using premium quality ceramic material. It's designed by a renowned artist with a one-of-a-kind minimalist aesthetic, and it accompanies a certificate of authenticity. But at the end of the day, it's still a mug. Probably holds a little less fluid than the last because of the design of it, but it's a mug. Another mug. This one looks quite similar to the first one, but it's different. It's black. It's an ergonomic wellness mug. This one is $18. Ergonomically designed to promote better hand and wrist posture. It's coated with an antimicrobial layer to ensure hygiene, and it's infused with minerals and alkalized liquids to promote wellness. It does the exact same thing as the first mug and the second mug, but the only difference is it's black instead of white. So here are 3 mugs. 3 mugs, 3 very different features and benefits, right? No, they're mugs. They all do the exact same thing. They're all created for one job. You drink out of them. The pricing and the features are all a part of the positioning. Imagine trying to sell a plain white mug like the first one. Competition is going to be everywhere. But now imagine trying to sell an artisan designer mug like the second one. It's easier because not everyone sells mugs like those with the unique benefits and features. I say benefits in air quotations. Positioning is literally differentiating yourself from the norm and the competition. So let's look at this in terms of business offerings. So imagine you do web design, right? So the basic bare bones web design offer would be web design services, charge $500. So you just do a basic website with up to 5 pages and you do mobile optimization or something, for example. Let's position ourselves now as a web designer, but as a premium boutique service. So you don't do web design anymore, you do elite custom web design. And you can even call yourself a studio. Price for this is $5,000. So the features of our first one, of our basic one, is just a basic website. Features for the premium boutique is going to be a dedicated team of experienced designers crafting a bespoke website. We're going to have the incorporation of the latest design trends and technologies, and we're going to include high quality custom graphics and multimedia elements. Now, you're probably going to do that in the basic offer too. Of course, your pictures are going to be high quality. Of course, the design trends are going to be up to date. Of course, you can have your team doing it, or if it's just you doing it. It's just the way you position it. Well, what if we position ourselves as fast and affordable? So for the people who just want a quick turnaround and don't have that much budget, we can do quick launch web design. A little bit cheaper than our basic offer, but the features, pre-designed templates for fast and efficient setup. It's going to be ready within 48 hours of information collection, and it's going to include basic SEO to help you start on the right foot. Exactly the same as a basic offer. It's got the same features. It's positioned for budget-friendly people. What about copywriting? Let's have a look at copywriting now. Let's do another example. Basic offer of copywriting is like $50 per 500 words. You do some basic web-friendly content, and it's SEO friendly too. But let's position that as a premium content creation agency. So this is going to be an elite storytelling and copywriting agency, not just copywriting services. So the price for this one is $500 per 500 words. So it's going to be $1 a word. Features of this one. All the copy is going to be crafted by seasoned writers with industry-specific expertise. It's going to be narratively rich content that resonates with the audience. And it's going to be strategic keyword integration without compromising the story flow. It's exactly the same as the basic offer. Of course, you're going to put narratively rich content. Of course, the content's going to resonate. Of course, it's going to be crafted by industry-specific expertised people. And of course, it's going to have strategic keyword integration. It's the SEO thing. It's the exact same thing, except you're just positioning it differently. What about if we position it as a research-intensive service? So this one's going to be a research-driven copywriting solution. This one's going to be a little bit cheaper, $200 per 500 words. Features of this one is going to be content crafted based on intensive market and audience research. Data is going to be backed by content that adds credibility to your brand. Comprehensive competitor analysis as well to position your content strategically. It's the exact same thing that you would normally do. You're just positioning yourself differently from everyone else, different from that basic, I will write you copy offer. So let's look at identifying needs. So making money is not about giving your client what you think is best for them. It's about finding exactly what they want and then providing it to them. The most important part of your money-making journey is finding what your client wants and then giving it to them with your skills. So let's look at some examples about what audiences want and their actual needs. So these are going to be needs versus wants. So they want to start a business. Your audience wants to start a business. They want to start a business because they're not happy with their current income. So their actual need would be quitting the 9-to-5 or leaving their current role. So they want to quit. They want to start a business because they want to quit their 9-to-5. They want to lose weight. They want to lose weight because they're fed up of not looking lean and muscular. So their actual need would be getting jacked. So they want to lose weight because they want to be jacked. So their actual need is being jacked. They want to grow a following. So they want to grow a following because they want to make money from their account. So their actual need would be making money from their social media account. They want to grow a following because they want to make money. And then the last one, they want to make money online. They want to make money online so they can ultimately achieve freedom. So their actual goal would be attaining freedom through making money online. So you're going to find out why they're not there yet. So there's going to be 2 reasons why your target audience haven't achieved their wants yet. They haven't got everything they need to progress, or they haven't yet had anyone to help them progress. So number 1, they're missing something. This is basically why most people will hire someone else to get the results for them. It's the biggest reason people don't yet have what they want. They try to do themselves, but obviously they fail and then they stagnate because they don't have the education, knowledge, or resources to make it work. That's where you come in. Someone who does have that education, knowledge, and resources, and then you help them out. Number 2, they haven't been helped yet. So the second reason most people aren't where they want to be is because they've not acquired the correct help. So there are businesses out there who have the things they need to progress, but they've either never been approached by them or they think they don't need them. Either way, it's keeping them from where they need to be. Again, that's where you come in with your immense value, and then you show them where they could be if they let you in. So what we're going to do is we're going to list their problems. Now you know why the people or why the businesses aren't there yet. It's time to dissect that data. So when you're talking to your prospects, you need to dig deep and you need to find out exactly what they want, and then you find out why they're not there. And you do that by finding out what they currently do and analyzing what piece of the puzzle they're making. So let's look at some examples. So let's look at goals, wants, and then the missing pieces to their wants. So the business end goal is increase online sales by 20%. So they're currently investing heavily in online advertising to try and get that online 20%. So the missing piece would be understanding and optimizing user experience on their website. They don't do that. That's the missing piece. So you come in and you give them the missing piece. Another one, improve customer retention by 30%. What are they trying to do that? They're trying to implement customer loyalty programs. But what they're not doing is offering personalized services and experiences to build stronger relationships. That's where you come in and you do that. Expand market presence internationally. What they're currently doing to do that is they're collaborating with international distributors. Missing piece, they're not conducting market research to understand cultural preferences and tailor strats accordingly. What about another one? Enhance brand repetition and loyalty. They're currently launching new products with innovative features, but they're not fostering community engagement and they're not building a strong online presence with social media. And then the last one, reduce operational costs. They're implementing new technology for automation to do that, but they're not investing in employee training. So in order to give them the missing piece, you need to position yourself as the savior. So you know your audience, you know their wants, and you know why they're not there yet. You can pick a positioning angle that positions you as the savior. You've got what they need to get what they want. Now, before you pick your positioning, please understand the positioning you pick right now does not have to be the positioning you stick with throughout. You can change as many times as you want until you find the perfect one. The best way to pick a position is by looking at one missing piece of the puzzle people struggle with the most of, and then using that as your savior angle. Okay, let's talk about finally memetics. Now, memetics, they're basically it's propaganda, pretty much. They're sayings, they're phrases that people associate with you or what you stand for. Mine and Wiz's is the death of outbound, or authority is more than outbound. J.K. Molina, it's got likes and cash. There's a ton of other memetics out there. I could go on forever. But memes can be ideas, symbols, catchphrases, practices, or any kind of information that can be copied and transmitted from person to person. Now, the point of memetics is so you can load up the entirety of what you say or what you stand for in a single phrase. So you don't have to keep writing these huge paragraphs to reinforce your point. You simply just say the memetic or you say the sentence. So you can get creative with it. The short and snappier the phrase, the better. So I'll use JK as an example. If nobody knows what JK Molina is, basically stands for likes and cash. Now, likes and cash, the whole philosophy behind that is you don't need engagement or you don't need a bunch of followers to make money. So he came up with likes and cash. And every time he says likes and cash, people understand that, oh, all these likes I'm getting, it doesn't mean anything. So once you've got your memetic, you need to use it a lot when you're backing up your claim so it sticks. Retweet people and quote retweet with your memetic. Comment your memetic. Constantly reinforce it in your posts and then it'll stick.